Welcome to another edition of the Linked Parishes podcast. I'm Donald McCorkindale, minister at Ardgour, Morvern and Strontian, linked with Acharacal and Ardnamurchan. Last week, COVID got me, and a few things didn't happen last week because of that. And so, full of great intentions that our Linked Parishes podcast would be a weekly thing, that is slipping a little bit, but hopefully we will have a good catch up today with what's not been happening and what is happening, and get back onto a good track with that. So last night, Wednesday evening, always Wednesday evening prayers at 10 o'clock, live on Facebook and on YouTube. And the internet has really been playing up here at the manse, and the audio quality was okay, but the video, was terrible last night. So might go over a few things that were also mentioned last night. 24th of every month, that was Monday this week, 24th of every month, in fact, for over the last 10 years and more, there has been a call to the churches to pray for peace in Israel and Palestine. And it was something that was mentioned recently within the Peninsula churches, and we had set up an opportunity to gather at Ardgour or online on Monday afternoon. And for a variety of reasons, it didn't happen. But I'm sure many are praying in many and varied ways for peace in Israel and Palestine. I couldn't be there because I was off ill with the COVID, and Jade was caught up in the traffic problems between Fort William and Corran on Monday afternoon. We will try and have regular opportunities to gather for prayer, not only for peace in the Holy Land, but to pray for our world, for our church, for our society, our communities, in these times of great change for all. 4th of July is a memorable date, and this year, of course, is also the general election. And I must remember to get my postal vote off, and I hope you will all be making the opportunity to vote. Enough on that. This coming Sunday, the 5th Sunday of June, the 30th of June, we will have an 11 o'clock service at Ardgour Church, and that will be live streamed. Again, a few wee tech issues mean that we aren't going to be doing what I had hoped would happen, that we could connect with some of the other churches and venues around the community. But it will be a hybrid service in a very real sense, and you are invited to Ardgour Church at 11 o'clock, or to join wherever you are, where you can get on YouTube, youtube.com/at Peninsula Churches. That's the at symbol Peninsula Churches. And also on Sunday, 11 o'clock at Ardnamurchan Church. John Shields, one of the regular visiting worship leaders at Ardnamurchan, will be leading that service at 11 o'clock. And in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, it's going to be a glorious sunny afternoon, and we have the Peninsula Picnic, and we invite everyone around the peninsula to gather from 3 o'clock. There'll be some fun things to do. I'm hoping that the sun will be splitting the sky. Glorious down there at Kingairloch. There'll be fun for all ages. And at around about 4 o'clock, we'll gather for a wee pause for Sunday afternoon worship, probably in the church. But hey, if it really is one of those sun-splitting glorious days, we may remain outside for a wee time of praise and worship. So that's Sunday the 30th, the end of another month, halfway through 2024. Lots of things happening over the summer, and largely through the enthusiasm of our Assistant Minister, Jade McLean, there will be a presence at many of the summer community events. And the next one of those, after our own Peninsula picnic, will be the Morvern Games. Gala week begins with the gala, all the happenings at Loch Allen. 13th of July, Saturday the 13th, and there will be a church presence, a stall and plant sale. The last plant sale at Ardgour there on the 15th was very successful, and as a nice wee byproduct to exchanging some plants and some good crack and conversation, there was £150 raised for church funds. Thank you. Well done, Jade. So 13th July, the stall at the Morvern Games, and during that gala week there will be a flower festival at Keele Church, and the church will be open 10 until 5 every day from the 16th through until the 21st. That's Sunday the 21st, and our Sunday worship that day, 12 o'clock at Keele Church, will be all age gathering, songs of praise, some of your favourite hymns, maybe something new and something old. Songs of praise worship at Keele at 12 noon on the 21st of July. Friday the 19th of July sees the West Ardnamurchan show and sports, and again we hope to have a church presence on that day. Some other things happening in August, but maybe that's far enough ahead. Although one key highlight in August will be the Children's Holiday Club. The Reverend Keith Mack, one of the visiting preachers at Ardnamurchan, he and a team and some young folk will be leading Children's Holiday Club and engaging in some youth work in Kilhoan. I've started August, so very, very quickly, there's the Soonart Show on the 10th of August. Again, a church stall and plant sale will be happening then. On the 17th of August, we have Family Fun Day in Ardgour. The church will be organising that in the community field beside the primary school in Ardgour. There'll be barbecue fun, lots of things for all the family. Treeslake Hall, we will have another of our conversations. There's one happening tonight. Tonight at Treeslake, 7:30, we will be tackling the conversation topic of ethical living. Lots of interesting questions and things to discuss around that. These gatherings at Treeslake have been going very well. Small in numbers, but the quality of the conversation and the cake and the tea and coffee and all the goodies. A great gathering, and I would love to see something like that happening in some of the other communities. If that's something that enthuses you, then please do let me or Jade or one of the elders around the church know. We really do want to try and develop those informal gatherings to talk about the things that really matter. So we're jumping around a wee bit, but yes, I was jumping back to tonight at Treeslake, and then the next of those gatherings, we won't meet at the end of July, but then the 22nd of August, when the topic for conversation will be being, belonging, and believing in society. And there's a kind of deliberate ambiguity about the way that topic has been phrased. Being, belonging, and believing in society. 31st of August sees the Ardgour horticultural show. So lots of things happening over the summer months around the peninsula, and the peninsula churches very much being a part of all of that. And every Sunday there will always be, hopefully, internet and health permitting, there will always be something online, either a pre-recorded worship video or one of the services will be live streamed. Details of all that's happening around the Peninsula Churches, peninsulachurches.org, org.uk. If you go /online, you'll get directly to the online page with all those details. First and third Sundays of the month, there'll be worship at Acharachel, 11 o'clock, and at Kiel at 12 o'clock. On the second and fourth Sundays of the month, there will always be worship at Strontian and at Ardnamurchan, although over the summer months, because of the greatly appreciated assistance of visiting preachers and worship leaders, there will be worship most Sundays at Ardnamurchan Church. Every Sunday at Ardgour, 10 o'clock, except when there are 5 Sundays in the month when we do something a little different. It'll be 11 o'clock, excuse me, this Sunday. So there's some of what's happening in the future, and just a wee recap on some recent things. This is, as I'm recording this, it's the last day of the school term, and I was able to be at some of the end of term things. Some were moved a little bit because, or I wasn't able to get along to some of the activities because, did I mention I was down with the COVID? But feeling so much better, so much more human today. And earlier on today, I was along in Ardgour School and had a wee word with the leavers there, and then down to Loch where 5, which is quite a big part of the school, 5 will be moving up to the high school, and was able to give to them the gift from the Peninsula Churches of the Action Bible. A beautifully illustrated, well-presented Bible in picture, almost cartoony type format. And at it doesn't matter which 2 schools it was, but there has been really encouraging feedback when, quite unsolicitedly, some of the youngsters were saying, "Oh, my big brother was talking about that when he got his, and he said it was brilliant." So it is brilliant, and we need to find those different ways to bring alive the old stories that always have something to say to us. And we'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for engaging with the Linked Parishes podcast. Full details of all that's happening around the Peninsula Churches you'll find at www.peninsula.org.uk. Thank you, and know that God loves you all.